channel. Today I want to talk about the pros and cons of being a patient care tech, so let's get into it. So the first pro is this helps you so much in nursing school. If you're applying to nursing school and you already have a tech job, they're going to choose you over other applicants because they know you're serious about becoming a nurse if you already work in the field and you've already worked with patients. But while you're in nursing school, this helps you learn the clinical concepts easier because you've seen them in practice. Whenever you see things in practice, it makes it way easier to read it from a book and apply it to a test. You get to grow relationships with doctors and nurses on your unit. So whenever you graduate, you can feel way more confident knowing who you have to ask questions to because you already know who you're working with if you do choose to work on your floor. You also feel more confident talking to doctors. Another plus is you have an automatic job when you graduate. A lot of hospitals place a lot of priority on internal applicants. So basically you can apply to the unit that you want from within the hospital and you have priority over all the other applicants. You learn how to build therapeutic relationships with patients. Having been a tech, you're the main caregiver of that patient. The tech sees the patients way more than the nurse. So if you've already had that under your belt, you really know how to connect with patients and get them to do what you want them to do. This will make you a much better nurse in the future. Having had that experience as a tech, you're not going to take advantage of techs because you've been in their position. A lot of nurses that haven't been techs before like to boss around the techs, and that's not a good trait to have as a nurse because your techs are going to be what gets you through your day. You get to figure out a better idea of where you want to work when you graduate. So as a tech, you're frequently floated to different units, so you can say, hey, I don't like this floor, but I like this one because of this. So you get a better idea of what you want from a floor. For example, I work on an orthopedic unit, and I know the nurses don't review labs very much and critically think in those ways, so that's something I look for in a nursing job. A big stressor nursing students have is trying to figure out where they want to work, which isn't a big deal as a nursing student because you still have a long way to go before you become a nurse, and you have a lot of decisions to make. So now we're moving on to the cons. One con is low pay. A lot of nursing students don't choose to be a tech because of the low pay, and people need to pay their bills while they're in school, which is definitely understandable, but it's important to remember that you're going to make money later in your career, and this is just a stepping stone to becoming a better nurse. So another con is the grunt work. So what I mean by this is you're going to get called by a lot of nurses, hey, come clean up this patient, hey, come do this, hey, come do that. But that's just a part of delegating tasks as a nurse, because nurses are very busy and they're in charge of managing the care of the patients. Another con is you have a high patient load. You can have up to like 18 patients. There's no limit on how many patients they can give you. And let's say you have like 4 feeders and a bunch of incontinent patients. That's going to take up the majority of your day. So you're going to be running from room to room, trying to feed your patients and get everyone's vitals. And then you get new admits too. And you get patients that leave. You have to clean up the room. So it can be a lot of work at once. So that concludes this video. I hope everyone knows there's way more pros than cons in this profession, and I encourage everyone to get a tech job as a nursing student.